And for more on this issue, I'm being joined by climate change expert, Professor Emmanuel Oladipo. Good to have you on the news at this time. So first off, we understand that NEMA DG cited concerns on some states' level of seriousness to mitigate the impact of flooding due to the rise in cases of rainfall. What do you make of this concern, and how do you think states, or what's your assessment on how states are responding to this worrying issue?
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Please, okay. Thank you very much. It's nice that TVC is always covering these issues. We are making some progress. There's no doubt about that. At least it's different from those days where there were no serious communication between the federal and the state government. Now that we have the various hydrological services and also the NEMA in particular, informing the states about the need to prepare for possible floods in various parts of the country. I think that's a progress. But the progress is not enough. I think what we need to do is to try to follow up more critically and ensure that it's not just by passing information to the governors or some of the agencies alone, but that NEMA is empowered various means by having very clear cut what we call disaster reduction management strategies that can be used to enable the states understand exactly what they have to do. These strategies and plans need to be reformulated in a way and manner that every state will have a good set of guidelines as to what they need to do and how they should do them effectively. Beyond that, there must be effective monitoring of what the states are doing and how they are fitting in very well into the predictions of NEMA, predictions of the hydrological services, and predictions of other disaster management agencies. I think what NEMA needs to, which we call the National Emergency Management Agency, I'm not sure whether that terminology is even very good anymore. If there's any way to change NEMA to what I would call National Disaster Management Agency, I think it would be much more appropriate to be able to know that most of the things that are happening in terms of floods and some places in terms of floods are really disasters, not just ordinary emergencies.
Let's look at the issue that really concerns us, which is the flooding, which has become a perennial issue in Nigeria and, of course, some countries in Africa. How do you think we can adapt to this new phenomenon? Because we understand climate change is here. How do you think we can live or adapt to this new change of environment now that we are faced with these rising situations?
I think the first thing is to accept that what we are regarding as abnormal has become our normal. And the way we adapt to it is to properly understand it. Where exactly do they affect us? How do they affect us? What is the intensity of the changes that are taking place? And what exactly can we really do to be able to understand and manage this very well? That requires that what we are regarding as abnormal should be part of our development effort now and be taken as normal, what we call the new normal. These are our new normal conditions now. We'll be witnessing these things for a long period of time to come, and it will be varying from year to year. We need to really improve, not just focusing at, oh, certain states will be affected, but we need to improve on our real-time prediction, which will be giving us enough information within 2 to 3 days before these disasters occur. We know that this is a global change. It is not only in Nigeria, and there's nothing Nigeria can do to control it alone. So global efforts are being put together, and a lot of things are being put in place. The next 3 months, for instance, there will be a global discussion on what we should be doing about the climate change response globally, and also to dovetail the global agreements on national issues. Nigeria needs to be more effective in putting all the global agreements into national perspectives that will address our challenges. For instance, NEMA should go beyond just warning. Every community will have to have different approaches to the way they respond. And this means we must be ready to go from the global, regional, to national, to state, and even to community level in terms of understanding these disasters and responding to them effectively. Without which, we continue to be bashed. The whole of last year, for instance, we saw a lot of floods. We're not talking about these floods again until a few rains started coming in again. And so we keep on talking about them. Immediately they disappear. We give a lot of blankets and we leave to people, and then we forget about it until they start to report. It has to be seen as part of our system and work on it consistently to adjust to the new normal of our climatic conditions.
Thank you so much, Professor Emmanuel Oladipo of the Center for Climate Change Development. We appreciate your insights on the news at 10 tonight.